These are the 3 best attack strategies you need to start using here at Town Hall 13 that'll get you reliable 3 stars. Let's jump into our first army, the Mass Electro Dragon. This only has one section, the Mass Edrag. Typically, you're just looking for as much chain off of the base. You're really going to use it in a given area, and after doing a very minimal funnel with your heroes on one side and the baby dragon on the other, you can then work your way through with the Edrags. The Edrags, then the balloons, and then the 2 rage spells with the Grand Warden ability. You also have the Battle Blimp. You want to use the Grand Warden ability over that as well, so it can get over to the Town Hall. You'll also want to use free spells against things like sweepers, air defenses, and really anything that's going to counteract your Edrags. Otherwise, you can save a rage spell for your balloons within the Battle Blimp to more than easily remove the Town Hall. In some cases, you might even have to use a free spell there in order to guarantee that Town Hall goes down. Otherwise, make sure you have some decent chain. Even if everything splits, stay calm, use your rage spells when you need to in order to get some nice chain. You've also got your free spells, and you're going to save that for the other defenses, especially towards the back end, or you can even save it for your Royal Champion. This is a pretty strong strategy if you know how to use it. Edrags are definitely something that I enjoy since I don't use them very often, but if you're using them a lot and struggling with them, you might want to really try to figure out where are you struggling with it. Is it your spells? Is it your placement? Are you not funneling? And that's what's going to help you get a 3-star more often than not, and that's what's going to allow you to fix your attacks up and get a 3-star. We next move into an attack strategy that is relatively simple but really strong, Super Bowler Smash. This has 3 different and distinct phases, but also works incredibly well versus almost any type of base, but its best base is box bases like this. Basically, your first part of this attack is funneling. You're going to use the Warden Walk and the Flame Flinger. Typically, I recommend this if there is a lot of defenses on the outside, or there is a mortar or ground expo near an area that you want to use the Flame Flinger. I typically recommend this because you can just use something else to create the other side of the funnel. You really don't need to take all too much time on this, but as long as you're able to funnel a really nice amount, and the Warden Walk really kind of synergizes well with the Flame Flinger in a sense where you can basically do the Warden Walk slightly faster. Otherwise, that's going to create you one side of the funnel. Now, on the other side of the funnel, you've got the use of the King and 2 Witches. You can bring in a Valkyrie if you want, but in any case, you've got the King and the 2 Witches. That's going to simulate a Siege Barrack, but that is going to create the other side of the funnel for you. Pretty much, you don't really need to worry about using it with the Flame Flinger when you already used the Warden Walk with it. So as long as you have created a really solid funnel on the other side of the base, it allows your Super Bowlers to get in really nice. Now you've got your Super Bowlers. As long as you can break open the first 2 compartments, possibly depending on what you're seeing, you can send in an Ice Golem and then your Super Bowlers. You need them to start driving into the base. And typically against a box base, going in from a long side, it allows you to get really good value. You don't have to go into the Town Hall directly because it doesn't net you a lot of value. But going in from the side allows you to reach the Town Hall alongside other structures that might be more key buildings. You can bring in the use of free spells to really help support your Super Bowlers, but as long as they have a Grand Warden ability and underneath Rage, they're going to do insane damage in the core that is just going to power them through. You've also got the Royal Champion in this case on the back end, and basically as long as you can keep her for as long as possible before you send her in is really nice, because any key buildings that are taken down by the Super Bowlers, the Royal Champion won't need to worry about, and you can instantly get into cleanup and 3-star. Now, this leaves us with arguably one of the strongest attacks, the Blizzard Lalo. That works extremely well on so many bases you don't even know. But in any case, there are 3 distinct phases: the Hero Dive, the Blizzard, and of course, the Lava Whip. Basically, within your first part of your attack, you're going to use either a Lava Hound with the Battle Blimp or just a Battle Blimp. But your goal in this case is to get to the Town Hall and use the Blizzard. Drop an Invisibility, then a Rage after the Blimp pops. Then just time your invisibility spells every 4 seconds. You should clear a really nice amount of value around the Town Hall. Even if you don't get both scatters, you're completely fine. As long as you've cleared a large area of the base, it should be good to go for you. Otherwise, what you'll then want to start off doing is find out where are the enemy heroes. And on a base where it's more teaser, the king and the queen and the royal champion are all in a given area. It's very obvious. There's also Teslas around there, so you want to be careful. But you can bring in the use of headhunters in order to help the possibility of weakening the area, especially since the heroes are there, and it becomes really easy for you to kind of clear the rest of the base. Otherwise, your heroes are just there to kind of create some nice funneling, get some really good amount of value off of that corner, which then allows you to then go ahead and start with your lava loon, especially since you have the royal champion that can move in and get some more structures down. So now that your hero dive's done, you've got the lava loon, and if you don't need to worry about any enemy heroes, then you really don't need to bring any headhunters for it. Otherwise, you'll want to be able to make sure that you're going in towards that enemy queen or enemy royal champion. In any case, all you want to make sure that you're doing is using your haste spells to get to defenses like splash buildings, but also anything that's going to do a lot of point defense damage, such as an air defense. Otherwise, you're basically just using the haste spells to move through quickly. You've got the use of the Grand Warden ability that you can use a little bit later and also get some really nice value off of. And then of course you've got freeze for splash buildings. Otherwise, it's a really simple strategy, and as long as you have cleanup and maybe a good amount of balloons left over, you can more than easily and more than comfortably get a 3-star as long as you have cleanup so you don't get a time fail. Now, these are all attack strategies I really like. I really prefer all of them as they are incredibly strong and can offer you a lot of value. Of course, if you have some other Town Hall levels, such as Town Hall 14 or Town Hall 15, you might also want to check out some of my other videos, have some strategies that are incredibly strong for their Town Hall levels.